What is good, lovely Kingdomers? I am glad that you guys decided to come back. This is going to be a very cool video because there are these cool gel blasters, maybe too much of them. It just depends on how you want to view it, but as for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and review them all so that you may not have to. And what better way to illustrate that than to do a whole comparison video by two cool shotgun blasters that are all on the shelves today. Starting with the Gel Fire Raid, no particular order, and the Barracuda. I have got these two crazy shotgun style blasters. Might be so many shots you just won't be able to even withstand, but hopefully today we're gonna see what we can do with them, because I'm going to be doing a whole comparison, find out which one you may want to drop your good hard earned bucks on. So stay tuned, guys. It is going down in Kingdom. Woohoo! To the coin. Yeah. Now guys, for this Gel Fire Raid, I will tell you that I've never actually really messed with and shot this blaster before until today. So this is my actual first impression with this blaster, and I'm going to be comparing that with the Barracuda. Of course, that blaster I have a review on. It is somewhere close to before this video on my channel. So with this, I can tell you that I like the way that this actually looks, and I can really dig and get into the way that it feels. Even though that it's not very big for a shotgun, I do like the materials. It doesn't feel like it's something that was made in a toy factory and crapped out on the shelves and put a price on it, overpriced. But oh, what the heck? That might have been the most hardest prime. Dang it. That might have been the most hardest prime I have ever felt in my life. Hold on, let me make sure and check that. It does take quite a bit of force. Now, another thing I just noticed, that was a pretty cool shot right there. Let me see if you guys want to take it. We'll get into that very soon. Just stick around for that. But again, with this blaster, I really actually like the look a lot more than I want to. I want to kind of hate on these blasters just because they've been like crapping them out so fast. And these are pretty pricey blasters. All these gel blasters, they are not like $20 blasters. They may have some like that, but they're not going to be like maybe as hard hitting as one that you really want to hold. Now, holding this and speaking right now, again, I'm really liking the feel of this blaster. Let's get into like the tectonics, the technical aspects, and all the cool functionality features, which is why we mess with these more so than the look in the first. Starting with this hopper, this one comes with a 800 round hopper. It is removable. If you want to, you just click it and it comes right off. No issues, no trouble. And make sure you do it upside down, because people like me with like weird brains, we have our ways of messing stuff up. But it goes on really easy if you really understand what's going on with the blaster. Now, as far as the way that it shoots, this has 800 rounds because it is going to shoot multiple rounds at one time in one shot. Let me see if I can show you. Intimidating now, wasn't it? You can see inside the barrel, there is like a configuration here. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whole triangle. So when you pull that trigger, it's going to shoot one gel BB out of each of these holes, and whoever is on the other end of that, I just hope they have on a gel proof vest, because me personally, I haven't been hit with these, and I'm not trying to change that anytime soon. Up top, you can see we have got a tactical rail. That way we can put on some cool accessories. I don't know how effective Nerf blaster or even gel blasters accessories really are, but you can also see that there is a little scope What the heck is the point to having a scope up here when you know ain't no way to see through this doggone hopper? Like, come on. So this here is just for show. And you know what? I'm going to take a point off because that is so ludicrous for them to even consider that. Again, I like these little designs and details. This isn't just a plain blaster. They really put some effort into this. And knowing Hasbro, that's a pretty good thing because, you know, they are known to cheap out. How about I just recognize that on both sides, you have all the same details. What is going on? This Prime, it feels really good. It definitely feels exceptional. This Prime is nothing to just look over and act like doesn't exist. I will let you see up close. There are some really cool like hexagonal textures on it. It has for a really good look and really good functionality as far as the grip. You can see the way it is shaped. It's not just a flat parallel type of surface, but it actually configures comfortably to your cool shooting hand. There is a reason why this blaster just feels a lot better and cleaner than something else you might just pick up. On to the Barracuda. I definitely am digging and feeling the name of this blaster. It really is giving you action-packed vibes. Holding something called the Barracuda automatically just makes you feel like you're gonna go do some real damage out there on that field. As far as the features compared to the Gel-Fire Raid, I will put them together for you. You can see that they have totally different looks even though they are similar style blasters. So here they are together on both sides. You can easily see this has that hopper that comes out while this has a internal type of style where there is a door you open to load it, and the hopper does not come out. You can't buy another hopper to reload it. You have to reload it like right after you get done. Compared to this, if you have another one, you can have a separate one of these little jugs, and you can have it pre-reloaded so that you have an easy way to keep on firing even when you already ran out of ammo. Since we were just talking about that grip, this one is much different. See, this one does not have that groove on it, but it is a straight line, except it does have a really detailed, unique look to it. It is very good for the look and nice for the texture, but if you ask me, I would definitely prefer that groove. That thing really rocks. This feels a bit more standard. It feels less special. It's something that you've already picked up multiple times already. As far as the way that the priming is, I can tell the priming is much lighter than the other one, and that's a good thing because you don't want to have to deal with that heaviness and pressure all on your hands. The trigger pull, also much heavier. You have to take the trigger a longer way back before you actually get an actual shot off. Another thing to note about the Prime is how this is different in that when you pull it back, it does an automatic spring forward compared to the other one where you have to pull it back and forward just like a more standard blaster. So does that work for it? Well, we're gonna take some shots very soon, and I'm gonna let you know off of first-hand experience, is that a good feature, or would you rather have the manual style Prime? On the hopper, this actually holds 600 gel-X compared to the other one that holds 800. So both ways you're getting shortchanged here compared to that one as far as the capacity of your shots, because this is not external, and also it's just a less capacity altogether. So if you want capacity, you definitely have to go with the Gel-Fire Raid. I can tell you that already. If you can see the barrel up here, you can see that these have different styles. Wow, that has 5 shots. If you look right up close right here, it's a whole different style. You only have 3 different holes compared to that one having 5 holes, except this gets more shots in one than that one. So what that tells me is that this one has a different technical aspect than the other one. And if you ask me, I would say this one is probably more special technically, because you're gonna apparently have 2 BBs coming out of each of these holes, giving you 6 shots total. we're going to see which one actually shoots farther, which mechanism is the better one very shortly. I love the colors. I like the look. I would say the look depends on your personal preference, but if you ask me, I'm digging the Hasbro one. So for me, I'm gonna say I give the looks to the Hasbro one, but again, it's just a look. So that just depends on your personal preference. Now, as far as just the feeling, the ergonomics, again, this feels quite simple. It's kind of awkward because normally a shotgun blaster does not have this type of a handle right here. And really, it seems a little small. The weight just feels a little bit too wonky. Now, I can't tell you why, but it just feels weird to hold and to run around with. Like, you see, don't I look awkward? I'm not talking about just on a regular basis. We already know that. But as far as with this blaster, I look like crazy, right? I'll figure it out. So now that I have gotten to the ins and outs of each of these blasters, what I'm going to go ahead and do now is turn around back that way and shoot some targets with each one. I hope to get a feel for which one might be the best shotgun gel blaster. After that, I might even go outside, run around, do some real field testing. But if you guys stick around and also hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, then I will consider doing all that extra, you guys. Let's get popping. Whoa, man, that took a lot. This thing shoots fire though. Now, the gel fire raid. Let's go. Alrighty then, that was pretty interesting. Oh yes, oh yeah. Whoa, that was a blast, I can say. Now for the part of the video you guys have been waiting all day for. Just kidding. I know my videos go by real quick, right? Now, I will tell you guys up front, that really did not go the way that I really expected it to go. Outright, I told you, this blaster has an 800 round hopper compared to a 600 round hopper. I told you guys that ergonomically, this blaster feels much better. Although that prime is very tough, doesn't spring forward, this one has a better prime and less sophisticated ergonomics, more basic. I told you guys also that I like the look to this one compared to this one. All of that. So when it came to actually shooting these blasters head on, boy, did I get a surprise, because I can tell you guys, when it comes to performance and handling, which one took the cake? That would be the Barracuda. That is right. This blaster really kind of disappointed me because I did have the high hopes. But I can tell you what was wrong with this blaster is that when I shot this blaster, especially after having first shot the Barracuda, this blaster proved that it just wasn't all there as far as the power goes, as far as just handling it. Having this heavy prime, really it just made the whole thing more difficult than it needed to be. I will tell you, as far as the way that it shoots, this seems like it has a wider spread compared to the Barracuda. This one shoots a lot harder, I can tell you that, but this one is good for the spread. This one is good to hit hard and more concentrated. You might have noticed that I was able to knock down those targets very easily with these once they did hit. But as far as the accuracy goes, it definitely took me a while to get that hit, even with the spread. Now with these, they hit a lot easier, so it might be more accurate, except for the fact that when it did hit, you saw that those targets, they stood their ground. The targets with this blaster did not stand a chance. They went straight to the ground. So I would like a blaster that has a harder hit. Like, what is the point when your range is not good and not there? You have to get all the way up close just for a teeny tiny droplet of a pinch. Nah, if I'm doing all that, I want that thing to really cause some damage out there on that field. So which one is the overall better blaster? Of course, that comes down to your personal preference. But if I were to grab a blaster right now and go out into the field, my pick would definitely be the Barracuda. It hits harder, it is easier to wield, and it looks just beautiful. So thank you guys so much for getting to the end of my video. I know it may have been grueling, but you guys are just that awesome that you guys are still here. On that note, I do have giveaways, so stay tuned. One of them coming up is for the Gel Blaster Stormburst. So go ahead already in the comment section if you want to be entered into that. Just write down the kingdom is lit, or simply leave any type of comment in the section. And you know what? Why would I count you out? So don't miss out. Kingdom Corn is the place to be, and that's because you guys keep it that way every single time. Now, because you guys are so great, I'm gonna go outside, just like I said, and run around, make myself look crazy, and just have a blast. You guys have a very great, blessed day, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next video. Kingdom time, baby.